Mechanics of a root chakra attack. The attack never begins in the mind. It starts in the earth beneath your feet, long before the sudden onset of financial ruin, the unexplained dread, or the visceral panic that you are no longer safe in your own skin. The tether is quietly severed. In dark esoteric practice, an assault on the root chakra is really a loud theatrical curse. It is a surgical destabilization of your primal survival instinct. When witches and warlocks target this foundational energy center, they aren't trying to cloud your thoughts. They are pulling the floor out from under your physical existence until every step feels like sinking in quicksand. Welcome to the Sovereign Renaissance, a channel through the arcane, mystical, and occult science. In esoteric traditions, occult folklore, and psychic self-defense frameworks, targeted energetic influence directed at the root chakra focuses on destabilizing a person's core foundation, mainly survival, stability, sense of safety, and physical vitality. Because the root chakra acts as the anchor connecting your subtle body to physical reality and the earth element, targeting it aims to make an individual feel ungrounded, anxious, and stripped of basic security. Primary mechanisms in esoteric traditions. In traditional occult practices and energetic frameworks, disruptions to the root chakra typically operate through four main avenues. Number one, triggering primal fear and hypervigilance. The root chakra governs the fight or flight response. Subtle attacks or intrusive energetic projections aim to amplify irritational fears, existential dread, or panic, keeping the victim in a state of nervous system overload. Number two, severing grounding and earth alignment. By using energy disrupting rituals, binding spells, or directed intention, practitioners attempt to cut off a person's flow of grounding energy. This leaves the target feeling detached, dizzy, spatial, or isolated from their physical environment. Number three, targeting material and domestic security. Sympathetic magic or cursing traditions such as hoodoo, hot footing, or jar spells often focus on symbolic ties to a person's home, job, or family ancestry. The goal is to induce artificial chaos around housing, finances, or family ties, the core domains of the root center. And lastly, number four, vitality siphoning, also known as psychic vampirism. The root chakra stores raw life force energy, also known as prana or kundalini potential. In vampiric or parasitic frameworks, malicious practitioners tap into this base reservoir to siphon energy, leaving the target physically exhausted or chronically fatigued. Symptoms and spiritual countermeasures. In metaphysical protection tradition, signs of a root chakra disruptions and the methods used to restore balance include constant, unexplainable fear or doom. The traditional countermeasure, protective boundary rituals such as salt circles, protective bath brews with rue or sage, feeling unattached to the body or earth. The countermeasure, earthing, grounding, barefoot contact with soil, physical exercise, and red root vegetables. Sudden financial or domestic instability. Traditional countermeasure would be shielding with protective stones, black tourmaline, obsidian, or hematite. Heavy fatigue or lower body sluggishness. The traditional countermeasure would be cleansing the chakra through sound vibration or chanting the seed mantra LAM. A note on energy defense. In modern energy work and depth psychology, the most effective defense against energetic attacks on the root chakra is strengthening your real world boundaries, grounding your physical body, and refusing to give narrative power to fear inducing suggestions. Esoteric mechanics of a root chakra attack. Unlike high center attacks, which target the crown or third eye to manipulate perception or cause mental fog, an assault on the root works from the ground up. The severing of earth cord. In energy mechanics, a heavy energetic strike severs or severely constricts your grounding cord, the metaphysical conduit that vents heavy emotional energy into the earth and draws up revitalizing life force or prana or chi. Exploiting the fight or flight circuit. By feeding intrusive, low frequency energy into the root, the body's autonomic nervous system is tricked into a state of continuous, unprovoked sympathetic arousal or chronic fight or flight. Targeting material anchors. Practitioners of curse work traditionally aim root attacks at life's tangible pillars, such as home security, employment, physical health, and family trust, to induce maximum instability. Key symptoms and manifestations. When the root energy center when the root energy center suffers severe disruption or energetic interference, manifestations generally spread across three distinct planes. Number one, the physical body. Typical sign and symptoms. This translates to sudden, unexplainable fatigue, weakness in the legs or lower back, chronic digestive distress, or elimination issues, or feeling out of body or disembodied. Number two, emotional or psychological. The signs and symptoms would be a sudden onset of ex- existential dread, irrational panic attacks, pervasive paranoia about safety, financial terror, or intense feelings of isolation, or I don't belong here. And the last plane, external circumstances. The typical signs and symptoms would be rapid, unexplained, chaotic events affecting basic survival needs, sudden job loss, eviction threats, appliance or vehicle breakdowns, or home security issues. Defensive countermeasures and recovery. Because root attacks target your connection to the physical world, traditional spiritual defenses emphasize concrete, material, and earthbound practices. Physical grounding, also known as earthing, direct skin to earth contact, barefoot on soil, grass, or rock forces the discharge of stagnant, negative static energy and reconnects the energetic body to Earth's natural frequency. Heavy earth elements. Using protective stones high in iron or dense mineral content such as black tourmaline, hematite, or obsidian helps absorb unwanted low vibrational frequency. And lastly, physical and sensory anchoring. Consuming heavy root vegetables, engaging in physical strength training, using salt baths, and taking conscious, slow breaths directly into lower pelvic forces consciousness back down into the physical vessel, neutralizing psychic displacement. To sever someone's root is to turn their own biology into a cage. Long after the candles burn down and the incantations fade into silence, the victim remains trapped in a perpetual state of quiet collapse, looking over their shoulder at phantom threats, standing on ground that no longer feels solid. The true horror of a root chakra strike isn't that it destroys you from the outside in, it's that it leaves you alive, wandering through a world where you no longer believe you have the right to exist. Yet, every practitioner of the dark craft understands the fundamental risk of targeting the root. Taproot runs deep, and what is anchored in the earth is hard to uproot completely. You can shake the soil, drain vitality, and induce the cold tremble of survival fear. But the moment the victim remembers that their presence here is absolute, the spell shatters. For even the darkest art cannot untether a soul that chooses with unyielding conviction to plant its feet and claim its ground. Now, if you liked today's video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And thank you to those that do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.